Hi there, my name's Cathi Barker from Software Solutions, and this is the second video in a collection of videos about Microsoft Outlook. What I want to do now is have a look at the people, also known as the contact side of Outlook. A lot of people don't use the people or contact side, and maybe they should. When we're looking at the Outlook screen, we're typically in the inbox here. But on the left-hand side are our navigation options. And if I click the button that looks like two people, I'm thrown into the people side of Outlook. In fact, when I rest on it, notice I've got this little collection here. This is a collection of my favorite people. And what I can do is hit this little button in the top right corner, which is to dock the peak. So I don't actually have to take any notice of this. I could just click on people and it would take me to the people side of Outlook. But if I rest on people, then I get this little window and I'm able to search my favorites. And if I hit this dock button, then it actually docks them on the right hand side of my screen. So I've got easy access to them. But I can actually hit the X and close that. How do I add somebody to my favorites? Let's say I want to add SSPC7 to my favorites. I right click and I add that person to my favorites. Now when I rest on my people's button, I've got SSPC7 showing in my favorites. And it means that I can easily contact that person. So that's how you add people to your favorites. Now, people that are in your contacts are generally people outside your organization. People inside your organization should be set up in the address book, which is this button that you see over here. The address book is people that have been set up by IT and they are able to be easily looked up and their phone numbers, etc., are easily able to be found. Whereas contacts are people more like myself who you want to be able to easily contact and keep a record of that person's email address, their phone number, their physical address, etc. So we go to the contacts or the people's side of Outlook. If you want to create a new contact, that's this button here. We just click this button and it opens up a form. I'll just bring it into view. And you're able to put details in here. So you can put their full name. Let's put just Joe Blogs. You're able to put their company, Software Solutions, and their job title, Software Specialist. And it will file this as their last name, comma, their first name, but you can turn around and change that if you want it filed in some other way. They'll have an email, joe@softwaresolutions.co.nz. It'll also allow you to put a web address in here, www.softwaresolutions.co.nz. Make sure I spell that correctly. You can put a series of phone numbers in here. In fact, this is how many phone numbers you can store in. Even though you see 4 at any one time, you can choose how you want to use them. So the business phone number might be, well, they actually don't have a landline, so it says 027, but if they did, you could put a landline in here. You can also put an address in here, for example, and you can also, and you can see this business card starting to be created. You can keep notes in here, and you can also click this button, for example, and add a picture of that particular person. So I'll just grab some penguins. Maybe that's their company logo. When I save and close, I'm going to see that I've got Joe Blogs now added to my contacts or my people. And if I click, I can actually read the information regarding that person, and I can easily click that person if I want to send them an email, for example. So contacts are people outside your organization that you want to be able to easily communicate with. Now, the other thing is if you are adding a contact, sometimes you have a number of contacts from the same company. So we can go to new items and we can add a contact from the same company. By doing that, a lot of the details such as the address, the website, and the name of the company are automatically populated, including the photo, because it's probably a company logo. You can then just enter information like maybe we've got Mary Baker and her email is Mary@Software Solutions. And just let me fix that bit there. And so we've now added another person from the same company and save and close. And that just saves you a lot of retyping common information. So that's one way to create a new contact and to make a new contact also from the same company. But let me show you another way to create a new contact. I'm going to go to my inbox. Now, if I've got an email from somebody and I think, oh, I want to add that person to my contacts, just drag the email and drop it on your people. It immediately populates their full name, their email address, etc. And in here in the notes are their details. So I could actually drag, in fact, I'll control drag so it makes a copy, and move some of this information into the right fields. And I might grab this and I might then just delete the rest of it from here. So I'll go Control A and delete. But immediately I've now got a record of that person and I can save and close, and that person, if I go and check my emails, now appears K-Satcher in my contacts. So you can create a contact from scratch by going to the contacts folder and choosing new contact. You can also create a contact by going to new items and creating a contact here. You can also create a contact just by simply dragging an email to either contact or contacts folder, which is in the folders view. So if I go to the folders view and I'm sitting on the inbox, I can grab an email and drop it onto the contacts folder. Or if I'm not in the folders view, I'm in the mail view, I can grab an email and just drop it onto people. So a huge variety of ways that you can create a new contact. Come back for the next video and I'll show you about contact groups and more. See you soon.